And I am the co-founder of Texicureans, where we celebrate the diversity of Texas cultures and Texas region by way of food. And tonight we are actually going to do a fusion. Tell us a little bit about this fusion. We have Boomer Acuna, and of course you all know Alex Meixner. And by the way, welcome. So tell us about this GerTexican thing.
I'm the Ger.
I'm the Mexican.
And he comes from California originally. Don't boo. How many years have you been here now, Boomer?
Almost 8 years.
Almost 8 years. And I'm from Pennsylvania, by way of Florida. But my heart's always been in Texas, and Boomer's heart's always been in Texas. So we are taking all the elements of German, Mexican, and Texas and bringing it all together for a unique culinary experience. Come on, let's have a round of applause, because this gentleman here, Boomer, is somebody that I have admired since I came to Krause's. Boomer, can you tell them a little bit about your history as a chef? And how you came here and what you've done and why this is just going to be the pinnacle of your life. The meal that you are serving them tonight is exactly what you have been planning for as many years as you've been alive. I'm not going to say that.
No, obviously grew up around food, always been around food, love food. Mom had her own catering business, and I was on a little step stool just watching her make everything, and it's always been in the heart, brings everybody together. Love to see food make people happy. Alex said we just bringing all of our cultures together, and we're meeting here in Texas and just having fun with it, and that's what it's all about.
Cindy, how have you gotten into all of this stuff, and tell me why we are here today with you?
So there are many cultures that settle Texas. And tonight we're celebrating 2 of them that we're probably most familiar with. So part of what I am doing is trying to document those different cultures, and then there are 7 regions of Texas, and document what happens in those different regions because they're all very different. And tonight's something very different because we're putting 2 together. And I'm going to leave it to you and let Boomer run.
All right, let's have a nice round of applause for Cindy here from Texicureans. Now, I have to make a few confessions myself. I'm a musician, and when it comes to cooking, I can just about burn water. It's amazing because so many people come to musical shows and they don't realize how simple certain things are with music. Just like being with Boomer, I've been learning there's a lot of the simplicity of what's going on here that is going to be what really makes the foods shine here. So the first course that we're gonna have here is gonna be Maultaschen. Okay, tell them a little bit about what you got going on here, my friend.
So Maultaschen, classic German dish. It's actually like a little meat pocket, mouth pocket is what it translates to. Of course, our spin on it is going to be putting the Texas smoked brisket in there, and then just a light broth, and then we're topping it with some homemade Southwest sauerkraut. So the brisket we just slow smoked, just salt, pepper, and roasted it for almost 20 hours just in the smoker, and then I normally wouldn't just chop up a brisket for this dish. I would say leftovers. If you have leftover brisket, a little bit of brisket goes a long way in this dish. I mean, you don't need much. So I mean, if you just have a little pound left over, I mean, that's gonna probably feed your whole family the next day with plenty of these nice little pockets here.
Okay, now besides that, you're talking about jalapeno sauerkraut.
Jalapeno sauerkraut, yeah. So the thing with sauerkraut, obviously, is there's a fermentation process, and I am going to walk you kind of through that. So very, very fine shredded cabbage, and we're going to add our jalapenos. Again, if you like it a little less spicy, take the seeds out. I leave all the seeds in. I like a little spice to it. Jalapenos though, you never know. They could be like a bell pepper one day, the next day they might be a little hot. And then we just add some green onion in there, a little bit of cilantro, garlic, and then it's really all about this salt here. Just adding
about the salt, no sugar. It's all about the salt.
And really, what you really want to do here is just honestly beat it. But as you can see, I've already, that big bowl of cabbage, you know, is down to not much here. And then all that salt will release all those juices, and that's what you want, just so it all ferments. And then all you do is cap it, and then, you know, every, I'd say 3 or 4 days, you might want to take the cap off just to release any gases or pressure in there. So, like I said, then you just set that there, let it sit for a couple of weeks, and it's going to get sour. When you open it, you'll get that nice pungent, it might hit you in the face, and you're going to be like, what is this? But it is good.
But keeping in mind, what a small world we have. And we didn't talk about the cheese.
This is actually just some potatoes, steamed off potatoes.
Oh, wow. I mean, and here I am thinking it's the cheese, and that's your steamed off potatoes.
That is just some steamed off potatoes there that we push right through a ricer. You want it nice and as light as you can. Obviously no lumps. Make sure it's all smooth, cooked through. And so what we did here is we added we're actually adding Mexican cheese, cotija cheese, right to our potatoes.
And that consistency there, I mean,
And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of heavy cream here. Moving on, so basically I just put it into a piping bag, got my dough here, and I'm just gonna do a couple little dots. So you can use a fork to seal the edges. Most people just use a fork. Of course, we got ravioli presses, we got pasta cutters. Either any of these items will work just to seal your dough here. And then we're just gonna drop them right into some boiling water.
He's conveniently got the water boiling up here already.
So traditionally, Germans, they do the Maultaschen with just a light broth. I mean, you can do it with sauce. You can boil them, throw it in a saute pan, and fry them up afterwards if you'd like. Options are endless there.
And then about how long?
So with the fresh dough, it only takes about 2, maybe 4 minutes.
I mean, we're not quite calling this al dente. I'm not sure if there is a German terminology for al dente.
So then we just put a little bit of the light broth right over it. And then we're topping it with that sauerkraut, just so it gives it that nice little acid, that little bite, kind of cuts through the smoke of the brisket and everything, and gives it almost that refreshing taste. And then some chives.
That's a real beautiful looking Maultaschen.
Starting a whole new Texas thing, GerTexican. How can you go wrong? And we have a tradition at Texicureans. Let's put it together.